Hello and welcome. I'm joined here with Paul Southworth, Director General of Direct Selling Associates. How are you doing, Paul?
Very well, thank you very much.
Good stuff. Good to see you. Good to see you at an event like this.
Yes,
as well.
indeed. It's a very important event, and it's a great honour to be here.
Oh, good. I'm glad to see you. And have you been here before? Have you been to this?
Yes, indeed. You know, this is very important to obviously member companies that are involved in the Direct Selling Association.
Yeah, and the Direct Selling Association. Briefly explain, what is it?
Right, it's a trade association,
yeah.
And it has members literally right across the country, selling all kinds of products and services. But of course, you know, that means that they are all involved in this wonderful industry that we call direct selling.
Yeah, and what is direct selling?
Well, the easiest way to describe direct selling is that it is all of those sales transactions that take place away from the normal retail high street environment. Normally it would take place in the home, and it would normally be obviously person to person, very, very friendly, very sociable, and it could also be home demonstrations, so there's a dynamic element to it as well.
Okay, and how big is it?
As an industry?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, if you look at it globally, it is a phenomenal industry.
Right.
You know, direct selling now takes place by companies that are part of Direct Selling Association. Takes place in over 170 countries around the world.
Wow.
And last year, they recorded sales of over 130 billion US dollars.
Goodness me.
So it's pretty sizable.
Well, I think you've almost answered my next question, which was going to be, why is it an attractive proposition?
Well, it is an attractive proposition because, as I said, you know, with those sales, there are 75 million independent people, independent contractors, self-employed, starting their own businesses, generating all of that wealth and those earnings, etc. And it's big also, by the way, right here in the UK. Last year in the UK, our member companies, of which there are over 50 in the UK, generated sales in excess of £1.5 billion.
Goodness me.
And we had seriously, many people involved.
Yeah. So I mean, you have outlined a lot of them, but what are the key advantages then to being a direct seller?
Well, there are many key advantages. The first and foremost, of course, is that as an independent contractor, you're actually starting your own business. You are creating a micro business. And that is why so many people, particularly in today's economic environment, they are beginning to realize that there is an alternative to having to be employed, clocking into an office at 9 in the morning, leaving at 5 at night. They can literally be in control of their own destiny. The second advantage is they choose their own hours. They can operate when they want, how they want. Nobody is going to tell them when to be operating.
Yeah.
You know, they can choose their own product line. They can choose which products and therefore choose the right company from which to sell their products, etc. And more important, as I said, this independence that they achieve.
Absolutely, and that's what people here at the show are looking for.
Yes,
course.
indeed.
All these entrepreneurs and SMEs are all looking for independence and hopefully finding it. So for the people out there who haven't currently, got their business off the ground, how can they get involved in direct selling?
Well, believe it or not, it's extremely easy. The first thing to remember is that joining a direct selling company does not have to be an expensive investment. Unlike, for instance, a franchise, which can cost you, in some cases, a few £1,000s, the highest that you pay with one of our member companies in entering that company would be £200.
Right.
And some companies, in fact, you can join for no investment whatsoever.
Really?
So it is entirely up to you which company you choose. Wow. The way to go about it, and this is very, very important, is when you're looking to enter into a direct selling company or become a direct seller, always make sure that you look for a company that bears the DSA logo, the Direct Selling Association. And the reason I say that, because all of our member companies have to sign up to a very, very strict code of conduct. Now, that code of conduct is one of only 10 codes in the country that is approved by the Office of Fair Trading.
Right.
So it means that anyone joining one of our companies can sell with confidence, and consumers can buy with confidence.
Yeah. What does that stop? What does that code of conduct, how does that benefit people? I mean, what does that stop happening that could previously?
Well, There are, unfortunately, as in any other industry, a few scams that sometimes go around.
Yeah.
It's protection. It makes sure that you are totally protected when you join one of our member companies.
And so people know, straight
Absolutely.
off with the DSA logo.
So the key is, the first step is to literally contact our website, which is www.dsa.org.uk. And when you enter that website, you'll get a feel of what direct selling is about. You'll see on there many, many different companies listed. And our member companies sell everything from lipsticks through to vacuum cleaners. And the key is to choose the product that's right for you. So stage one, enter the website. The second step is pick the product that you feel comfortable with and that you would feel good about selling. So is it cosmetics? Is it fashion? Is it jewelry? Is it nutritional products? Is it household goods?
So does it suit pretty much anyone, any personality, I suppose? Anybody could do it?
Anybody can do it. In fact, there are some very interesting trends we're seeing in the industry at the moment. Traditionally, direct selling, if you like, the mass market has always been mums at home looking for that extra earning opportunity, which is very important in today's economic climate. What is happening now is at both ends of that spectrum. For instance, we're seeing a lot more youngsters, students, entering the industry. They don't want to leave university with a debt, and this is a way they can earn money selling to friends and colleagues while still studying. On the other end of the spectrum, the amount of people over 50 returning to the workplace, worried about obviously the pension situation that currently exists, worried about the economic climate, worried about redundancies that are taking place. We're seeing a huge groundswell, in fact a 29% increase last year in over 50s joining direct selling companies, which is great for our industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll end on that really positive note. Thanks so much for coming down and joining us, Paul.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.